I'm Alison, and this is a place where we come to do practices that help us relieve tension in our body and calm the mind during these challenging times that we're still in. So today we're going to do a shorter practice. This will be a 30-minute practice to alleviate stress physically, emotionally, and mentally. So might fit into your schedule a little bit better. 30 minutes goes pretty quickly. So all levels are welcome today. All you need is your yoga mat, and if you have props, have them nearby. A block and strap are always good to have handy, and you can also use a scarf or a can sometimes works as a block. So let's go ahead and sit back. We're going to start with a little bit of breath work called the breath of fire, Kapalabhati breathing. And if when you come to sitting, your spine is rounded at all, shoulders hunched forward, you're going to want to sit up on a little bit of a support. So you can sit on a cushion or a blanket, cross the legs. You can also start lying down on your back if this feels stressful on your spine. So we'll sit up nice and tall. And then go ahead and close the eyes and just take a moment to turn your attention inside. Relax the body, relax your shoulders. Let go of any tension in your face, especially around the jaw and the head and the neck. And sometimes finding a soft smile on the corners of your mouth helps with that jaw tension. So for the Kapalabhati breath, you can either have your hands resting on your knees, or you can take your arms up overhead. So we're going to slowly open the eyes to begin with. We'll take the arms up about 45 degrees, or just have your hands resting on your thighs, okay? So arms are going to reach out 45 degrees, and then we'll fold in the first 4 fingers so the thumbs stick out. Again, you want to be vertical in your spine. So if there's any rounding, make sure you're sitting up on some support. Okay, and then how we do this breath, we take a deep breath in, and then we pump the exhalation through the belly. So as you exhale, the belly goes in, and then short little inhale. So that's kind of how it looks. Your belly's going in with these short and sharp exhalations, okay? So we'll do 2 rounds, about a minute long. So here we go. Exhale your breath all the way out. And take a deep breath in. And begin. Attention is right in the belly. Remember to pump your belly. Exhale, the belly goes in. And then you're going to exhale your breath all the way out. Inhale, take a full breath in. Open up the hands, stretch the fingers. Pause at the top of your breath. And then a slow exhalation takes the hands down to the floor, and just pause, take a moment, a breath or 2. And then we're going to begin again. So inhale the arms up, or take the hands onto the thighs. Pull the fingers in, take a deep breath in, and begin. Hold the arms strong, strong and steady in the arms. Exhale all the way out, inhale, stretch the fingers wide. Lift up on the inhale. And exhale, slowly release the fingers back to the floor. And take a breath or 2 here. And then we're gonna go ahead and open the eyes and transition over into a child's pose with the knees apart and feet together. Rest the forehead down on the floor. And go ahead and just arrive here in your breath and just feel the breath here for a moment. Feel the breath in the back of your body. Breathing into the back of your lungs. And then make another full breath in here, inhaling. Big breath into your back, your whole back ribs, back lungs, lower back. Exhale, full exhalation all the way out. And then we'll inhale, come up onto all fours. We're going to come into some cat-cow stretches. So opening up the head and neck area is really important for releasing stress and anxiety. So we're going to focus a little bit on that today. Inhaling, arch the back and open up your chest. Open your collarbone, shoulders back, open the throat as you look up. And then exhale, curl and round. Press into the arms, around the upper back, chin to chest. And then inhale the other way, open the front, lifting the collarbone, shoulders back and down. Exhale, curl and round, open the upper back. And then take a couple more, just feeling the stretch of the spine and the neck, both directions. And last one here. Great, and then we'll come back to a neutral position. Take a big step forward with your hands. Come into a half dog pose. So you'll keep your knees directly underneath your hips and stretch through the arms and let your head rest right between the shoulders here. If you have the flexibility, the forehead can come to the floor, but we want to keep that opening in the shoulders. So armpits lift and the shoulder blades move down the back as you rest your forehead towards the floor. And just breathe. So we want to take ourselves into the pose and then focus on the breath here to alleviate the stress in the body. And then inhale, we'll walk back up onto all fours and do a couple more cat-cow stretches. Inhale and exhale, curl and round. And inhale, exhale, curl and round. Great, and then we'll come to a neutral position and step the right foot between the hands. I'm coming into a lunge here, so just come on up here for a moment. You want to take the thumbs right underneath the creases of the armpits here, and you're going to lift the arms up and roll them back, and then release your arms back down. And we'll just start to open up the chest here, and see if you can keep the center of the mouth moving back to the ears. So you keep the back of the skull lifting and opening. We'll take one more breath here, reach the arms overhead. Look up towards the fingers with a soft gaze, soft smile. Inhale, and then exhale. Release the hands back to the floor. We'll step back onto all fours and switch sides. And so inhaling, come on up. And again, you can do that loop at the shoulders, maybe even a couple of times, just looping the shoulders and getting some movement there in the shoulders. Great, and then inhale the arms up overhead, and you'll just tilt your head back without crunching the neck. So keep this back of the skull lifting and opening as you look back. And then exhale, release your hands to the floor, and we'll step back. Just a couple more cat-cows here. Inhale, and exhale. Especially round here. So you can get that opening in the upper back, upper neck. Inhale, and exhale. Great, we'll come back to neutral. Let's take a step forward with the hands, spread the fingers. Tuck your toes under and slide your way back to this first dog pose with the knees bent. So take that stretch out of the hamstrings. And then press firmly into the base of the thumb and index finger so that the arms connect all the way up to the shoulder blades. Back of the heart softens. Keep the right knee bent. Extend your left heel to the floor. Great. Then bend the left knee. Extend the right heel to the floor. And do the other side, both sides, one more time. Great, and then come up onto the toes. We'll go ahead and walk all the way up to the top of our mats. Separate the feet about hip distance apart. Inhale, look up, and loop your shoulders back. So you're going to get as elongated through the spine as you can here. So we have to imagine you're lifting your sternum towards the front of the room you're looking at here. And then keep that length as you exhale, fold forward. Let the back of your neck lengthen towards the floor. Great, finish out your next breath wherever you are, and then bend the knees. And we're just going to roll nice and slow, stacking the vertebrae as you come all the way up to standing. The head and head stacks up last on top of the neck. And take a moment here. Just breathe. Feel your body in space. You can actually walk your feet closer so they're in mountain pose, standing steady on the four corners of your feet, toes spreading. So let the arms rest down by the sides of your body. And take another breath here, just feeling that inner stillness as you stand tall and relaxed. And then we'll bring the hands in front of the heart. Just take a moment here. Connect into your heart space. Breathe in through the front of the heart, opening up the back of the heart. And then exhaling back out. Let's let the eyes open. Relax the arms by your sides. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and up. Exhale the hands down the front line of the body into forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, straighten the spine long. Exhale, step the right leg back into a lunge. Just one breath here as we move through a sun salutation, reaching the arms up. Exhale the hands back to the floor. We'll come onto all fours. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down through the chest, leading with the center of the heart, sternum, into cobra. So you're going to spend an extra breath here, plugging all 10 toes in. Reach down through the pubic bone and loop the shoulders back as you rise up. A little smile on the face. Exhale, lower down. Press through the knees, and then we'll come right back into either a half dog or full dog. And breathe. Take a few breaths here. Let's come into your body, into the movement, meeting the sensations that you feel in your body with your awareness, with your breath. And at the very bottom of your next breath, look up between your hands. Step your right foot between the hands. Back knee comes to the floor, and then inhale, slowly rising up through the breath. Remember to just tip your head back a little bit. Exhale the hands to the floor. Inhale all the way up, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. And plug the feet in, lead with the heart center. Sweep the arms wide and up. Stay rooted through the feet as you exhale the hands right down your center. We'll just do one more as a warm-up. Inhale, arms widen up. Exhale, float forward. Looking in as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's take the left leg back first this time. Back knee comes to the floor. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Let's hook the thumbs this time. And then take the heads of your arm bones back. Yeah. As you lift your head and chest, look up softly. Shoulders go down away from the back of the neck. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Step back onto all fours, inhale. Exhale, lower, coming through to cobra. Big breath in. Exhale, we'll press back onto the knees, all the way back to down dog. And breathe a couple of breaths here. Spread open the fingers and the toes and just feel the hands and feet grounded into your sticky mat. And then from there, you should be able to get a little more opening, a little more natural reach and space in the body. And follow your next exhalation all the way out, all the way to the bottom. Then look up, step your left foot between your hands, back knee comes to the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Hook the thumbs. Good. Keep the back opening, the back ribs opening as you curl back. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the spine. Move the shoulders back. And exhale, bow. Soft smile on your face. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Stay rooted as you expand. And then the exhale, hands come to the heart center. Take a moment here. Great. And then we're just going to take the hands right onto the hips. We'll bend the knees and hop the feet about hip distance apart. About here. Make sure the feet are parallel to each other. And then with the hands on the hips, we're just going to focus on rooting down, lift up through the shoulders, loop those shoulders back. And then exhale, keep that same position as you fold. Take a hold of your big toes, middle and index finger. And the thumb wraps around. And then inhale, look up halfway. So you want to feel the extension from the belly up to the crown of your head. And then exhale, fold forward. Elbows go wide. Great. And then we'll inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, walk your feet together. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Step the right leg back. Inhale. Come on up to a crescent lunge. This time back knee is lifted off the ground. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. So once again, keep the back of your skull opening as you curl back. Back leg is strong to float the heart. Exhale, bow forward, touch the floor and come up onto the left leg. The right leg is extended straight back behind. You can either keep your hands on the floor if you need them for balance, or make the standing leg pretty strong as you take the arms wide. Airplane, Dikasana. You might feel a little tippy, it's totally okay. Great, then we're gonna exhale, hands back to the floor, step all the way back into a lunge. Come back up for a moment. And then inhale, reach your right arm to the sky. Get nice and open in the right waistline. Exhale, wrap your elbow to the outside of the knee. Fold your hands at your heart. Pause here for just a moment. So you want to make sure you have a steady foundation through the legs. Extend through the back leg as you bend into the front knee. Then look up towards the ceiling. Long spine. Breathe. One more big breath in. Lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then inhale. We'll come back to downward facing dog. Walk your dog out here. Breathe deeply. And then finish out your next breath. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, come on up to crescent lunge. So you can always bend this back knee a little bit. Sweep the arms all the way to the sky. Crescent lunge. Couple of breaths here. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Hands touch the floor. We'll come up onto the right leg. And just pause here for a moment. Ground firmly into the standing leg and then lift your chest. If it works for you, you can take even just one arm out if you like, or play with both. A little more challenging here. Yeah, couple breaths. Try to straighten that front leg as much as possible, and then exhale, release. We'll come all the way back into a lunge. Hands come up, and then from here, and you can always do this with the back knee down. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, hook your elbow outside the knee. Hands fold at your heart. Root down from the hips into the feet to extend the spine long and twist. Gaze deeply to the right. Take a couple of breaths. And then exhale, look down. We'll walk on over to the left. Turn the feet parallel here. Inhale, look up halfway. And exhale, walk your hands between your feet. Just fold. So you'll want to come into the center of your mat here. Hands come between the feet and just fold. Focus in on your breathing. Inhale, walk it back out. We'll walk back to the front of our mat, slide back to downward dog. And then come down onto the knees, take it into a child's pose. So knees apart, feet together. Rest all the way down and in. Relaxing your jaw, your mouth, your face. Great, and then we'll inhale, come on up. So we're going to come down onto our forearms here, interlace the hands. This is called the dolphin pose. So just to work that upper back a little bit more before we come to the floor. So you're going to lean your weight till you feel it come into the forearms, melt and soften the heart right between the shoulder blades. Then tuck your toes under, lift your knees, and go ahead and walk in or out, depending on your flexibility. Try not to hunch the shoulders, so keep the shoulder blades moving down the back, melt the heart, soften your face. On your next exhale, come back and down onto the knees, and just simply rest. Rest in the pose of the child. We're gonna slowly come on up. Let's lie on our backs. Final couple of poses here. So you'll have your knees bent, feet about hip distance apart, parallel to one another. Let's go ahead and come on the elbows and point your fingers towards the ceiling. And then use the elbows to walk your shoulders under a little bit more. Yeah. Then you want to press into the feet, lift the hips. Come all the way up into the shoulders. Keep the thighs parallel here. So if you feel your knees going wide, just come down a little bit. Keep pushing into that elbow. Walk the shoulders back. And then possibly reach under, clasp the hands together, walk the shoulders even a little bit more in. And then you want to relax your chin. Chin is neutral, and just breathe. Eyes are soft, steady. One more breath here. Lift the hips a little higher. Release the hands. Exhale, lower down. Good. Let the knees rest in towards each other and breathe. Great. And then we'll straighten out the left leg and bring the right foot onto the left thigh. We're going to do a spinal twist here. So I'm going to extend your right arm out. Keep the shoulder down. And then slowly, as you anchor the right shoulder, you're going to twist the knee to the left. Look to the right. Deepen your breath. So go right into the sensation and breathe. That's going to help open the tissue. Inhale back to center. Stretch out your right leg. And then twist to your right. Work with your breath. Inhaling and exhale. So the inhale goes right into the sensation, and the exhale deepens the stretch. And then we'll inhale right back to center. Let's go ahead and draw the knees together. Give yourself a squeeze. We'll pull the head up towards the knees. Squeeze yourself into a ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last breath or two here. Great. And then extend one leg at a time. So the next pose we're going to come into is tucking the hands under it's called the fish pose. Tuck the hands under the outer buttocks and come up onto your elbows here. Yeah. So then you want to puff up the chest here, big, nice and big. Now, the final pose is to take the head back into the nape of the neck. If that's too much on your neck, you're just going to look forward and lift the chest, okay? Couple of breaths. And then we'll inhale and exhale, lower back down, and just take a moment to feel the opening in the chest. Feel your breath expand. We'll bend the knees one last time. Go ahead and wrap the hands around the shins. I'm going to take about a minute here. So it's going to squeeze the knees, let the knees come in towards the chest, and allow your tailbone to release towards the floor. This is just going to release the base of the spine. Nice deep breath. Right, and then we'll slowly release the feet back to the floor. So two options here is one is to butterfly the knees wide with the feet together for the final resting pose. If that's too much for you, you'll stretch your legs out and bring your legs apart, arms by your sides, palms facing up for the final corpse pose. And just go ahead and let your attention go inside. Let your body rest. Allow your breath to return to its natural state. You're going to rest a few more breaths, letting go of any residual stress, tension in your body. And then we'll slowly begin to come back through some deeper breaths. And as you deepen your breath, begin to wiggle your toes, fingers, ankles, and wrists. And then stretch your arms over your head. And we'll bend the knees and roll to one side, and then just very slowly press your way up to a comfortable seat. And keep your eyes closed just for this last moment of class. Notice your state. Do you feel calm? Do you feel serenity? Just notice. We'll take a nice slow in-breath as we bring the hands together in front of the heart. And a nice slow out-breath, gently bowing in gratitude. Just take a moment. And then when you're ready, coming up. And thank you so much for practicing today. I hope that this helps you find a little more calm and ease in your day. Thank you so much, everyone.